So welcome to Sakal Vijay YouTube channel. So today we talk about continuity. Okay, continuity problems. First I discuss the concepts on brief concepts on continuity, then problems on continuity. So that will be continued today. Okay, thank you. Continuity. Part 1. Right. Okay, good morning all. Good morning. Good morning. So first concept, a function f is defined on dilated neighborhood. NBD means neighborhood of A. In that first point, if limit extends to A minus, this is called left hand limit, equal to f of x, limit extends to A minus f of x, left hand limit of f of x, equal to f of A. F of A means the value of function at x is equal to A. F of A. Then f of x is left continuous at x is equal to A. That means, for example, the left hand limit is equal to limit extends to A minus f of x is equal to f of A. Then f of x is equal to left continuous at x is equal to A. Okay. But actually, I will be so busy, Nana. Actually, that's why I started morning itself only. Right. Second, but you may watch offline also, no problem. So you share to your friends so that they can watch offline also. Because tomorrow you have the examination. So I left this chapter. At least I need to cover the basic concepts so that you will do better in the examination. My intention is that you should not lose a single mark in the examination. So that's why I started. If limit extends to A plus f of x equals to f of A, then f of x is right continuous at x is equal to A. This is actually left hand limit, this is right hand limit. So understood now. So definitely I will try for after completion of this one, all the Ecet papers will be solved, but that will be useful, I think, for Andhra Pradesh students. Definitely this session will be continued, Anna, don't worry. Because as I promised, definitely I will do my level best. Next, second concept. If limit x tends to a minus f of x equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x equal to f of a. Then f of x is said to be continuous at x is equal to a. Continuous at x is equal to a. Right. Third point. If that means left hand limit is equal to right hand limit and equal to the value of the function at x is equal to a, then f of x said to be continuous. Otherwise it is said to be discontinuous. Not continuous means that is said to be discontinuous. If f is not continuous at x is equal to a, then f of x is said to be discontinuous. Generally we use this word, either continuous or discontinuous. Said to be discontinuous. And its converse also we can say like this: if f of x is discontinuous then at x is equal to a, so there may be three cases will arise. So what are the three cases means? The left hand limit may not exist, right hand limit may not exist, or though they exist both may not be equal. So those conditions also will arise. So fourth point, that means one more point you need to remember: the function f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to a if a is not in the domain of the function. This is very important point. That means actually at which point the function is discontinuous means, so that points which are not actually related to the belong to the domain. So that points they are called points of discontinuity. That means here a is the point of the discontinuity for this function. If f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to a, you remember, then a is not in the domain of the function. So next, fifth point. If f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to a, if limit extends to a minus f of x does not equal to f of a, or limit extends to a plus f of x equal to f of a, or limit extends to a minus f of x does not equal to limit extends to a plus f of x. In these three cases, the function is said to be discontinuous. Discontinuous. Okay, next now, sixth point. Let me discuss sixth point. So what is the sixth point means? If f is continuous at every point, at every point on set A, then f is called continuous on set A. So when do we say that the function f is continuous on set A? Means the each and every point it should be continuous on at each and every point on set A. Then we call f is called continuous function on set A itself only. Even actually in intervals also we shall discuss the continuous function. Intervals means in each and every point of the interval the function should be continuous. Then only we say that the function is continuous in that interval. Interval may be the closed interval or it may be open interval. So that means let us discuss that point also. Let me discuss, that is the actually interval wise. Interval wise means generally we have piecewise functions. We need to discuss the interval wise. Right. The function f is continuous on a comma b, that means interval, specified interval a comma b, if f is continuous at every point in the interval a comma b. This is an open interval. Next concept, the function f is said to be continuous on closed a comma b. If this is very important, let's have a discussion on this one. Closed. So I didn't send any notification, directly I have started. Don't worry. So first concept is actually f is continuous at each point of Open A comma B. Open A comma B. Second point. What is the second point? F should be right continuous at A. F is right continuous. Right continuous. Right continuous at x is equal to A. And third point, F should be left continuous. F is left continuous at x is equal to A. Then only we say that the function f is said to be continuous on the closed A comma B. Closed A comma B means on open A comma B, every point it should be continuous. Okay, definitely Nana. Tomorrow today is actually 8th. Today night 7:30 you have the special session. Definitely special session on the last minute Eamcet revision. Right. So next point, ninth point. This is very important, you remember. F and G, two functions, F and G are continuous at x is equal to A. At x is equal to A, then first point, f plus g, that means sum of the two functions, f plus g is also a continuous, at x is equal to A. Even plus or minus also, no problem. Second, fg, f of x into g of x, is also a continuous at x is equal to A. Third point, f by g is also a continuous function, at x is equal to A. So these concept questions may be asked, because that's why I have been discussing these concepts. So generally if you see the question paper, in the question paper you will be given for match type questions or assertion and reason type questions, you will be asking these type of questions. So that means you need to more concentrate on even concepts. The problems you can do it. The problems are nothing but limit problems itself only, continuity problems. That's why this is limits and continuity itself only. Okay. So next, let me discuss next concept, the 10th concept. If f is continuous at x is equal to A, and another function g is continuous at x is equal to f of A, then composite function, that is g circle f, that means g of f of x, Dhananjay Reddy, g circle f is continuous at x is equal to A. So you see here one important thing, f is continuous at x is equal to A, g is continuous at image of A at x, f of A, then g circle f is said to be continuous at x is equal to A. This is very important point. Okay. Right. Next, 11th point. One more thing you remember, some general important points to be remembered. For example, polynomial function, if you consider, is it continuous or discontinuous? Polynomial function is always continuous on total real number system. That means minus infinity comma infinity open interval. But whereas identity function also always continuous, you remember. So geometrically what we said that continuous means if you draw a if you are able to draw any graph without lifting your pen or pencil on the graph paper, that's always continuous itself only. So that's the test for continuous. Sir, Eamcet tips. Okay. Already most of the tips I have explained. Okay. Right. You just watch my playlist. You will be getting a lot of shortcuts. Every polynomial function is continuous on R. So polynomial means generally you can take like this: f of x equals to example a naught x to the power of n plus a1 x to the power of n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power of n minus 2 plus so on dash dash plus an, where a naught does not equal to 0. Now n belongs to here integer z. Sorry, not integer. N is not integer, n is a whole number. N is a whole number. Right. 12th one. Every identity function every identity function is continuous on real number system, on R. Next, 13th point. First one, log x function. Log x is continuous on positive real numbers only. That means the domain of the log x function is positive real numbers. X must be greater than 0. When x greater than 0 itself only, the log x is continuous. Otherwise it is discontinuous. Okay, next, second. Now you can expect tan x secant x are continuous sin x and sorry 1 minute, let me write. So let me write 1 minute. Okay, enough Nana, enough Adil, small break. I will come back. Don't worry. Pranav, Sudha, Dhananjay Reddy, Venkatramanaya, right, Sankaranarayana, Kandulatesh, Swati, right, Sudha. Okay, don't worry. Actually, in the final examination for TS students, I think tomorrow onwards you have the examination for 9th onwards. So that's first of all, read all the questions carefully. Just pick up what is the concept behind that question is there and try to solve it. Don't leave a single question. Okay? Because this time actually I happened to, you might have observed, even JE main papers also very easy papers, mathematics, as far as mathematics is concerned. I expect this time Ecet examinations also will be somewhat moderate. The questions will be whatever we have discussed, those questions only may appear in the examination. So no, whatever typical chapters you feel, that just revise it. For for the rest of the chapters, better go through the concepts and formulae. You remember them. But don't feel tense. So if you feel tense in the examination, you may just forget all the formula and everything. Be confident. Definitely you might be practicing for for 5 months. So definitely you will do better than others. I know all of our students who have been following our channel, definitely they will get benefited in the final examination. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. But actually, first today's papers are very easy. Our questions only appeared. The rank of the mother. I thought the first question mother itself only in the permutations and combinations. Very good morning, Narla, Lakshman, Sudha, Nageshwar Reddy. Only just 6:20. That's 4 minutes. I shall close the session within 5 minutes because after 6:30 I have another session. Fine, Satish. Fine, Satish. How can you say Adil? So thank you for your waiting. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. See, today I have busy up to even evening 7:30. So let me discuss second point. Second point is constant function. Constant function is continuous on real number system, on R set of real numbers. Third point, sin x, cos x, e power x, mod x are continuous on R. They are all standard results because the graph of sin x, graph of cos x, graph of e power x, graph of mod x, they don't have any break. So that's why they are always actually here continuous itself only. 14 point. So log mod x, not log x, log mod x. Log mod x is continuous on r minus 0. Domain is r minus 0. It will not accept 0. Tan x, secant x are continuous on their domain. Domain is r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. N belongs to Z. Discontinuous means at x is equal to n plus 1 pi by 2 only. Fine generality. Fine generality. Right. Now 15th point. Cot x, cosecant x are continuous on, you will expect r minus n pi. N belongs to Z. Cot x and cosecant x are discontinuous at x is equal to n pi. They are called points of discontinuity. Points of discontinuity. Right. Next, 16th. 16th is piecewise. Piecewise means this is integral part of x. This is fractional part of x are continuous on r minus z. R minus z means other than integral values. Other than integral values, these two functions are continuous. Otherwise, they are said to be discontinuous. They are said to be discontinuous because the left hand limit and right hand limit may not be, they are not at all equal. So that's why it is not continuous on R. It is continuous on R minus Z. For integral values only, they are continuous. Next point. This is also important point. F of x is continuous at x is equal to a, then mod f of x is also continuous at x is equal to a. But converse is not true. So let me restate this one. If mod x is continuous at x is equal to a, f of x is not continuous at x is equal to a. You remember like that. But f of x is continuous at x is equal to a, then mod of f of x is always continuous. But converse need not be true. So next, 18th is very important. Very important. Every differentiable function all functions are not differentiable. So every differentiable function f of x is continuous at x is equal to a. Converse need not be true. So that means, for example, you can take example f of x is equal to mod x. F of x is equal to mod x is a continuous on R, but it is not differentiable. Who is Satish Kumar? Thank you for contributing. Thank you Satish. Thank you. And continuous R, right. And one more important point, remember, already I have discussed in maxima and minima, monotonic function. Every monotonic function, I think you are the first person, Satish Kumar. Function is continuous. Definitely that amount also will be spent for the sake of children itself only. So I would like to actually purchase interactive board. So but I think that is a better one, interactive board. So that's why I need definitely your support. Thank you Satish Kumar. Oh, thank you Satish. Thank you Satish. Thank you. Every monotonic function is continuous in its respective domain. So these points are enough. Generally, if they ask the concept based questions, so most of the questions will be framed using these 19 concepts itself only. So regarding to the continuity chapter, so definitely tomorrow also by morning 5:45 or in between 6 o'clock you have the class. Definitely I will discuss continuity. All of you attend and go through the examination. Definitely you will do better in the exam, because I left only this chapter. I didn't discuss even concepts. So that's why today morning I started the class and I discussed the concept. I hope so. Remaining problems you can do it. So thank you one and all. Thank you. Thank you. So you inform to your friends too, so that they can watch in offline also.